Welcome back, everyone. Buckle up, because, something strange is happening on the world stage, and no one really wants to talk about it out loud. For the first time in BRICS history, Chinese President Xi Jinping is skipping the annual summit. Yes, you heard that right. The man who never misses a photo op for global power projection is suddenly not showing up. And not just any summit. This year's BRICS Summit in Rio de Janeiro on July 6th and 7th is arguably one of the most pivotal in the bloc's history, and yet, the most powerful man in the room won't be in the room. Let's be clear, this isn't a scheduling hiccup. This isn't some polite diplomatic excuse. In the world of global power politics where presence is power, Xi's absence is a message, and it's thunderously loud. So what does it mean? Is BRICS fracturing? Is China distancing itself? Or is Beijing playing a deeper game? Let's dive in. This is the second time in 2 years Xi has skipped a major summit. At the 2023 BRICS Summit in South Africa, he didn't even give a speech. Instead, China's Commerce Minister delivered some words on his behalf, without explanation, without presence, and without context. That's not coincidence. That's intentional ambiguity. China is playing a game of unpredictability, very much like Donald Trump's diplomatic style. It's the classic power move, keep everyone off balance, never fully reveal your cards, never let your rivals anticipate your next move. Strategic disengagement, not retreat, but recalibration. A new diplomatic doctrine where showing up is optional, but control is never ceded. But here's the twist. BRICS is booming. In 2024, BRICS added 5 new full members: the United Arab Emirates, Iran, Ethiopia, Egypt, and Indonesia. That's not just an expansion, that's a transformation. This is no longer the BRICS of old. This is a rising economic superbloc with $1 trillion in internal trade and a GDP footprint that now accounts for 40% of global output. Yes, you heard that right, 40%. Compare that to the year 2000 when BRICS countries barely registered on global GDP charts. What we're witnessing is not just economic growth, it's a rebalancing of the global order. And yet, at this moment of historic momentum, China steps back? Why? Here's a theory worth entertaining. Maybe China isn't retreating. Maybe it's asserting dominance. Xi doesn't need to show up anymore. His influence is already baked into the structure of BRICS. China's investments, infrastructure deals, and trade routes have already built the scaffolding of the New World Order. The Belt and Road, the digital yuan experiments, the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, they've all laid the groundwork for Chinese hegemony without waving a flag. Presence is optional when you've already built the house, but that's where things get risky. So Brazil's response? Well, not happy. Lula's advisors openly said what many were whispering. BRICS without China is not BRICS. And honestly, they're not wrong. China is the economic anchor, the trade engine, the political heavyweight. Without it, BRICS isn't a rising power, it's just a summit with snacks. Lula's disappointment isn't just personal, it's institutional. It reflects a broader anxiety within BRICS. Can this bloc really thrive without unity at the top? In this moment, BRICS isn't just expanding, it's fragile. Fragile not in numbers, but in coherence. Fragile in vision. Xi's absence raises a deeper question. Is this a one-time snub? Or is this a new diplomatic doctrine, where China begins to lead from the shadows? We are moving from a unipolar world dominated by Washington, to a fragmented multipolar order. And in that world, China might be testing how much power it can wield by not showing up. It's high risk, high reward, because in global politics not showing up sometimes speaks louder than speeches, louder than summits, louder than flags. The absence becomes the headline, the empty chair becomes the symbol of who really calls the shots. Here's the truth. BRICS stands at a crossroads. It has the numbers, it has the momentum, it has the political will, at least on paper. But without personal engagement from its titans, from Modi, Lula, Xi, Putin, and the others, it risks becoming a hollow institution, a summit of statistics, not strategy. Xi's absence may not signal the death of BRICS, far from it, but it could mark the start of a new phase, where China redefines leadership not as loud and visible but silent and omnipresent. That's the real question we're grappling with today. Is China stepping back or stepping above? One thing's for sure, everyone in Rio will be watching Premier Li, but they'll be thinking about Xi, because the power vacuum isn't just symbolic, it's strategic. BRICS is no longer a curiosity, it's a cornerstone of a new world order, and whether China decides to lead it from the front or from the shadows will shape not just the future of BRICS, but the future of global power itself. If you found this analysis helpful, thought-provoking, or even a little unsettling, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. It helps more than you know and keeps this conversation alive. I'll see you back here tomorrow, with more unfiltered truths and deep dives into the shifting tectonics of our global age. Until then, stay sharp, stay informed, and stay ahead of the curve.